Hello everyone, welcome to biology class. In this video we'll continue the chapter 3 kingdom classification. This is the part 2 of this present chapter. The previous video we already started the chapter and we have seen the introductory part and also the two kingdom classification. We'll be continuing that same in this series on YouTube. The live classes are also going on side by side. You can watch them as well as you can watch these recorded videos that will be available on YouTube. So we'll continue our chapter. Last class we discussed up to the two kingdom classification that was given by Carolus Linnaeus, and he classified the living things into two parts, that is plants and animals. But there were shortcomings like euglena, viruses, where they will be kept. So two kingdom classification cannot become successful for a long time. Later on three kingdom, four kingdom classification also came. They also cannot survive. The most commonest one, that is most successful one, is the five kingdom classification that we will study in this present chapter. So in 1969, Thomas Whittaker, underline this name, Thomas Whittaker was the person who proposed or gave the system of five kingdom classification. He classified all the living things whatever around us into five headings. One is Monera, second is Protista, third is fungi, four plant, and five animalia. So these are the five kingdoms into which all the living things were classified. By whom it was done? It was done by Thomas Whittaker. This name is important, you will learn this. So, and also you will learn all these names of five kingdoms. One by one we will study all these kingdoms. In today's video we will see about Protista only. Second video we will see about the remaining ones. One by one we will continue in the upcoming videos. Let us explore now the kingdom Monera, what it is comprising of, what kind of organisms are present here. So kingdom Monera, it is having the most primitive मतलब होता है old. So most the oldest one, the most ancient one of the organisms, that is what is forming a part of the kingdom Monera. What are those organisms? The most primitive one, let us see. These organisms which are present in Monera, all of them are unicellular. The organisms, the cells are of the organisms can be having single cell, they can be having many cells. So that is how we can classify the different living things. Some are unicellular, some are multicellular. Like our body, the human beings are having trillions of cells, many cells are there. So we are multicellular. But in the case of kingdom Monera, the organisms which are there, all of them are having single cell only in their body. Means one organism will have one body only. That makes it unicellular. Second point, the unicellular organisms are there. Second is well-defined nucleus is not there. There is an absence, or there is no well-defined nucleus that is available. Also the nuclear material is scattered. We will just now observe the structure in details. So you will keep a note of this point. Well-defined nucleus is not there. We will just now observe the diagram, then I will come back to this point again. Also many cell organelles are not present. They don't have different cell organelles. You studied about the cell in the details in class 6, the structure of cell, mitochondria, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, many things are there which are called as cell organelles. But in the case of kingdom Monera, these organisms are not having special cell organelles. They lack many cell organelles. Next one, like the plants, they have an outer covering. Plant cell is having an outer covering called cell wall. Animals are not having cell wall. Animal cell is not having cell wall. But in the case of the kingdom Monera, these are having cell wall also. Just like the plant cell, the cells of the kingdom Monera organisms are also having cell wall. Next is organisms which are present in kingdom Monera. They can be autotrophic in nature. That means they can make their own food, like the plants can make their food. So they can make their own food. Second type of organisms are also there in Moneras, that is some of the kingdom Monera organisms cannot make their own food. They are heterotrophic. So these organisms are of two types. They can be autotrophic or they can be heterotrophic. Heterotrophic are dependent on others, like they can eat other organisms as their food, or they can use plants as their food. So let us now come to the point what these organisms are. What are those primitive organisms that we are talking about in the kingdom Monera? They are all bacteria. So simply we can also say that bacteria are present in the kingdom Monera. Bacteria are the only one organisms, primitive and the simplest organisms about whom we are talking. And all these points, whatever we have talked here, all these points are related to bacteria. Bacteria do not have well-defined nucleus, they don't have cell organelles, they are having a cell wall, and the bacteria can be autotrophic or heterotrophic in nature. So this is all about the bacteria only. Let us see about the occurrence where the bacteria are found. Bacteria are found in all places. There is not a fixed place where bacteria is present. It is present almost everywhere on the earth. Wherever life is possible on the earth, bacteria is there. Bacteria can be found in air, they can be in the soil, they can be in water, they can be in ocean, they can be even in the dead bodies. Yes, the dead bodies are also consumed by certain types of bacteria. There are different types of bacteria, wide variety of bacteria are there, and they are living almost everywhere. Even on the dead bodies of the plants and animals, we can find decaying organisms. There are certain types of bacteria which are using the dead bodies as their food. They are consuming the dead organisms, plant or animal body, as their food. So bacteria are present almost everywhere. There is no fixed place for bacteria to be present, and even they are present inside our body. Yes, you may be some may be surprised why the bacteria is inside. Yes, some bacteria are beneficial or helpful for our body, that we will see in today's video only how they are helping us. They are present inside our body and they are helping in our various processes. Certain bacteria are disease causing, certain bacteria are helpful also. So there are both type of bacteria, good as well as bad bacteria are there. So occurrence should be clear now. Wherever life is possible, bacteria will be there. So we can say all places where life is possible, bacteria is present. Let us see now the structure. The diagram is given. This diagram you have to draw. That will be your homework for the week. Already this class I have taken in the live class, but because on YouTube we have not seen have a video of this, that is why we are I am taking this part on the video for this YouTube session also. So let us come to the structure of the bacteria. Bacteria is having a rather simple structure. They are having a capsule around the cell central membrane. Outside the capsule is there. Inside that what is there? Inside nucleoid is there. Inside the cell nucleoid is there. That means nucleus is scattered. I told you in the first point here, that is they do not have well defined nucleus and nuclear material is scattered. In the properties of the Monera, kingdom Monera, we have seen this already. Same thing is repeated here. That is the nucleus is fixed. Generally क्या होता है, सेल के अंदर सेंटर में एकदम in the center exactly what is there? In the center nucleus is there. But in this type of the cell, that is in the kingdom Monera, there is not a separate nucleus. Nucleus is not separate or it is not visible separately. It is scattered all around. It is present all over the cell body, and that is why it is called as nucleoid. The nucleoid is present. So that is, you can see in the diagram, nucleoid is the scattered nuclear material and it is scattered all over the cell body. It is not separately kept there. So that is all. After that, the cell wall is made up of certain substance. This is a pigment, that is you have to learn. The cell wall of bacteria is made up of chitin. This one word questions will be important now, so mark this alongside what I am asking you to learn. So cell wall of bacteria is made up of what? It is made up of chitin. So question we can ask, name the pigment which is present in the cell wall of bacteria. Answer you will tell, it is chitin. So the pronunciation is chitin. Now after that, you can let us come to directly to the diagram here. In the center you can see here whatever material, this brown color part, that is all nucleoid, that is the scattered nuclear material. Outside the nucleoid what is there? Cell membrane is there. ये क्या होती है? Cell membrane is the outer boundary of the cell. Outside that what is there? Outside the cell membrane, cell wall is there. सेल वॉल के बाहर क्या होता है? सेल वॉल के बाहर कैप्सूल होता है. तो सेल मेम्ब्रेन, सेल वॉल, कैप्सूल, ऑल दीज थ्री थिंग्स व्हाट दे आर डूइंग, दे आर सराउंडिंग द सेल बॉडी ऑफ द बैक्टीरिया. बैक्टीरिया की बॉडी को ये क्लोज कर रहे हैं. दे आर ऑल एनक्लोजिंग द बैक्टीरिया सेल और द बॉडी ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर बैक्टीरिया. दिस इज अ यूनिसेलुलर ऑर्गेनिज्म. वन सेल का मतलब वन बैक्टीरिया होता है. So that is all. One more thing is given here, that is ribosomes. You can observe many black color dots are there in the center. These all are ribosomes and they are responsible for making proteins in the bacteria cell. Apart from that, when we talk about the bacteria, can they move or not? Then the answer will be some bacteria can move, some cannot move. Which ones can move now? So here you can mark this line. Most of the bacteria cannot move. Most of them will remain stationary. Like the plants are present at one place, plants cannot move. Similarly, there are many bacteria which cannot move. But some bacteria are there which can move. But they are not having legs like us, like the animals. Bacteria don't have legs. What they are having? They are having separate structures for their movement. This is called as flagella. In this diagram, flagella is shown here. You can see flagella, and what it is, you can see here thread-like structure 1 and 2. One is going towards the left, one is going towards the right. So these are the flagella. These are thread-like structures, and using these only, the bacteria can move from one place to another. Not on land. Using flagella, they can move in water. In the aquatic water bodies, they can move. So this is about the structure of bacteria. And remember the figure 3.3 you have to draw and learn the labeling. The labeling all you have to learn. In the exam, we can give you the diagram. Already it will be drawn, and you have to tell what is this. All this labeling. We will make dash in place of labeling. So labeling you have to learn properly. So I hope it is clear to you. Now we will move to the shapes of the bacteria. Generally bacteria are of 4 different type of shapes. One by one we will see. First one is called as the cocci shape. Cocci shape is spherical, almost circular. There can be different cocci shape. It can be true sphere, means पूरी तरह से circle हो जाएगा. Helmet shape or kidney shape. All these are almost circular, but some changes may be there. So this cocci shape bacteria, they may be alone, they may be in pairs, they may be in group. Means single cocci shape, एक cell एक ही जगह पर रहेगा. That is, they may live alone. Some bacteria are there which may remain in pairs. Means 2 cocci shape bacteria together. Some may form branches. Some may branches, or they may form long groups. So like here you can see, this is cocci shape bacteria, and here a long chain has been formed. डिफरेंट बैक्टीरिया, जो बहुत सारे बैक्टीरिया हैं, सब एक के साथ एक लाइन में अरेंज हो गए. सो दे हैव अरेंज देमसेल्फ इन ए रेगुलर लाइन पैटर्न. सो दिस इज they can arrange themselves. So if they have arranged them in proper lined manner, then what they are called, or chain manner, then they are called, in a chain they are called as streptococci. अगर वो irregular shape होता है, अगर regular chain नहीं बनती है, then they are called staphylococci. So both the things you will learn. If they are irregularly arranged, they are not in proper manner, they are not arranged, they are called staphylococci. But if they are arranged in a proper line manner, in a chain they are arranged, then it is called as streptococci. First one also that I left here, that is diplococci. What is this diplococci? Diplococci मतलब होता है अगर 2 bacteria are there, if it is found in pairs, if 2 bacteria are present together, then it is called diplococci. If many bacteria are there in groups, then they are of 2 type. अगर वो प्रॉपरली अरेंज नहीं हुए हैं, इरेगुलरली हैं, तो स्टेफाइलोकोकाई. अगर प्रॉपरली अरेंज होकर के एक सिंगल चेन फॉर्म कर रही है, देन दे आर कॉल्ड एज स्ट्रेप्टोकोकाई. नेक्स्ट वन नाउ बेसिलाई बैक्टीरिया. बेसिलाई बैक्टीरिया आर रॉड शेप्ड बैक्टीरिया. यू कैन सी हियर दीज आर रॉड शेप्ड बैक्टीरिया. इन द photograph it is visible. They can also be single, means one bacteria can live alone also. Also they can form long chains, means one after the other all the bacteria can join together and they will form a long chain. So like this also they can be present. What these bacteria are eating? They are eating dead materials, that is the dead body of the plants and animals, and they are responsible for spoilage of the food. Means whatever food we keep, it does not remain for a long time. After a certain time food becomes stale, means food cannot be eaten after some time. So that is because of this type of bacteria only. Bacteria grow हो जाते हैं food में और उससे food खराब हो जाता है, then we cannot eat that food. So that is because of the certain type of bacteria, that is these rod shaped bacteria only are there. Next now spirilla. Spirilla क्या होते हैं? You can observe in this particular diagram spiral shape, like a shape of the snake. So that is what is called spirally coiled structures, and they can be of 2 types. One is short rods. Second type are there which are generally having rigid spirals. So that is all you have to learn. Spiral shape, don't go into the details. So they can also be found alone. Single spiral bacteria can be there. Also they can form long chains, means one after the other they can arrange themselves. Last one now, vibrio shaped bacteria. Photograph they are not given. They are comma shaped bacteria. Comma shape, like the shape of a comma, the bacteria is there. So that is vibrio shaped bacteria. और vibrio shaped bacteria का एक example होता है vibrio cholerae. This is the name of the bacteria. It causes the disease called as cholera. Cholera एक disease होती है. It is caused by bacteria. कौन से bacteria से होती है? That bacteria name is vibrio cholerae. So this is a bacteria. vibrio cholerae का shape कैसा होता है? vibrio shape होता है, इसीलिए उसके नाम के अंदर हमने vibrio लिखा है. So this is vibrio cholerae, example of vibrio shaped bacteria which is causing cholera disease. Many more are there, just the one they have given the name for the example. After the different shapes of bacteria, cocci, bacilli, spirilla and vibrio will now come to the useful bacteria. As I earlier told, bacteria are of different type, good and bad. Let us see now the useful one. What are the different uses of bacteria? पहला important use होता है bacteria का, that they help in the manufacturing of curd, cheese. Curd cheese क्या होता है? Dairy product from the milk. Milk can be converted into curd or cheese, and we can use them as food items. Also we can prepare vinegar. Vinegar को हिंदी में कहते हैं सिरका. So that is vinegar. Vinegar is also made using bacteria only. So that is what is given here. Bacteria are used in making the curd, cheese and vinegar. So by the process of what? The process by which it is made, it is called as fermentation. Fermentation of bacteria. This is a long chemical process. In later class in chemistry, actually you will discuss in the same class 7th only, you will learn in chemistry about fermentation in details. So fermentation is a process by which the milk can be converted to curd, cheese by the help of certain bacteria. Also we can prepare vinegar. Vinegar is not made from milk, remember. Okay, so this is all bacteria only. In the curd, bacteria is there. Which bacteria it is? It is lactic acid bacteria. You will learn lactic acid is written here. So lactic acid bacteria is there. It is producing the acid that is called as lactic acid, and because of this acid only milk will convert into curd. Similarly, other acids are also there, which are also prepared by the action of the bacteria. That is not important. You will remember this thing only. Bacteria are helping in the production of these things. Second point is given retting of fibers. That is bacteria will help in the production of फ्लैक्स एंड जूट. ये क्या होते हैं? प्लांट फाइबर्स होते हैं. द टेक्सटाइल और द क्लोथ, इट इज़ अ स्पेशल काइंड ऑफ द क्लोथ दैट इज फ्लैक्स या फिर जूट, एंड इन इट्स रेटिंग बैक्टीरिया इज यूज. रेटिंग क्या होता है? रेटिंग मीन्स सेपरेटिंग द फाइबर्स फ्रॉम द स्टेम. स्टेम इज ऑन द प्लांट और ऑन दैट प्लांट स्टेम दिस फाइबर्स आर प्रेजेंट. तो दिस जूट इज प्रेजेंट, फ्लैक्स इज प्रेजेंट. सो जूट को हम प्लांट की स्टेम से सेपरेट कर सकते हैं बाय द हेल्प ऑफ सर्टेन बैक्टीरियाज. दैट इज अ लॉन्ग प्रोसेस, बट ओनली यू हैव टू रिमेंबर that bacteria is helping in this process. How it is done, that is not required now. So bacteria are used in retting. That is the second point we have learned just now. Then the third one, that third important use of bacteria is tanning of leather. Tanning of leather, for that you should know leather is obtained from what? Leather is obtained from the skin of dead animals. Yes, it is the skin of dead animals only. Whatever object is made of leather, and this skin of the dead animal, it is dipped in certain chemicals. डेड एनिमल्स की स्किन बहुत हार्श होती है, टच करने में सॉफ्ट नहीं होती है. सो उसको सॉफ्ट करने के लिए क्या किया जाता है? वी आर डिपिंग द स्किन ऑफ द डेड एनिमल्स इन केमिकल्स, एंड दोज केमिकल्स आर कमिंग फ्रॉम वेयर? दोज केमिकल्स आर कमिंग फ्रॉम बैक्टीरियाज. बैक्टीरिया विल प्रोड्यूस एंजाइम्स. एंजाइम्स मतलब केमिकल्स, एंड दोज केमिकल्स विल कन्वर्ट द harsh skin of the dead animals into soft leather, and then that leather, different materials, different objects can be made. So this process by which we can convert the skin of dead animals into soft leather, this process is called as tanning of leather. और tanning of leather के लिए क्या चाहिए? We need bacteria so that we can get the chemicals by which the leather can become soft. The fourth important use of bacteria is antibiotics. Different diseases are caused by bacteria, but there are certain bacteria which are helpful in preparing the antibiotics. Antibiotics are the medicines only. Different bacterial diseases को ठीक करने के लिए या क्योर करने के लिए जो medicines use होती हैं, they are antibiotics. So antibiotics are made using certain types of bacteria. Also the vitamin B tablets are prepared by the help of certain types of bacteria. Next one now, scavenging. Scavenging is actually what? That is the decomposition of the dead organic matter, the dead bodies of the plant and animals. Earlier also just now I told it is converted into simple substances. It means the dead animal or the plant body is consumed by certain type of bacteria. तो जो भी bacteria dead animals or plants body को consume करते हैं as a food, they are called as saprophytic bacteria. These are saprophytic bacteria, and this process is called as scavenging. Scavenging मतलब the process of eating or consuming dead bodies of plant and animals. It is called scavenging, and scavenging who is doing? It is done by saprophytic bacteria. It is good for our nature, otherwise the dead plant or animal body will not decompose. It will remain there. It will produce bad smell, foul smell is coming, and it will be a problem for all of us. So the dead animals and the plant body is consumed by the bacteria and then it is mixed with the soil. So that is how it is all going on. So this is scavenging is done by bacteria. So it is also a helpful process for human beings. Next, now biogas. Biogas is a fuel. It is a fuel. It produces heat. When we burn biogas, it produces heat. So it is a fuel for cooking. It is used, and also we can light up. We can turn on the lantern using this. So it is used for lighting up the houses in the villages. It can be used. It is generally used. So how it produced? It is also produced from the bacteria. Bacteria acts upon what? Bacteria acts upon the human waste or the cow dung and also the garbage that we throw outside the homes. All this can be converted into the biogas when the human waste or the cow dung or the garbage is acted upon bacteria. Bacteria उस पे act करते हैं और उसको decompose कर देते हैं. They are decomposing the cow dung or the human waste or the garbage, and what we get as a result of that? As a result of this, a gas is produced that is called biogas. So this full process will go in the absence of oxygen. We make a container, a big tank बनाया जाता है, and in that all the waste, whatever waste is there, human waste, cow dung or the garbage, all that is thrown in this. और इसके अंदर क्या होते हैं? In this tank certain special type of bacteria are there which are decomposing this waste matter, and when the decomposition of waste matter is going on, biogas will produce, and that biogas is taken outside. उसके ऊपर एक pipeline fit होती है, that from that biogas will come outside and we can use that gas for cooking and lighting up the houses. And what about the remaining thing? अब waste क्या होगा? Waste decompose हो जाएगा. Waste will decompose and it will convert into something that is also useful. All the waste that is thrown into that tank where biogas is made, this waste product is also converted into manure. Manure is used in agriculture, in farming we are using manure. तो manure को अगर हम soil के अंदर डालेंगे, it will be beneficial for the soil. Soil will get rich in nutrients. Next, now nitrogen fixation. There are many types of bacteria which are living in the roots of the plants. Which plants? The plants which are producing protein products like pea, gram, beans. जितने भी protein वाले food होते हैं, the vegetables, or the examples are given here, pea or gram or beans, they are having protein quantity. So protein is made of nitrogen. So plants के अंदर nitrogen कैसे आएगा? Plant are using CO2 and giving oxygen. They are not using nitrogen. Plant नाइट्रोजन को एयर से एब्जॉर्ब नहीं कर सकता है. देन फ्रॉम वेयर इट विल गेट बिकॉज ऑफ सर्टेन बैक्टीरिया. बैक्टीरिया आर प्रेजेंट इन द रूट्स ऑफ द प्लांट. इन द प्लांट रूट्स आर देयर बिलो द सॉइल. तो जो रूट्स होते हैं वहीं पे ही बैक्टीरिया ग्रो कर रहा होता है. इन द रूट्स बैक्टीरियाज आर ग्रोइंग, और बैक्टीरिया क्या करेंगे? दे विल टेक नाइट्रोजन फ्रॉम द एयर एंड दैट नाइट्रोजन विल एंटर द प्लांट बॉडी. So this is called as nitrogen fixation. The bacteria absorb nitrogen from the air and convert them into nitrates and give them to the nitrogen deficient plants. जिन plants को nitrogen की ज़रूरत होती है, that nitrogen is given, and that nitrogen, the nitrogen rich food we are eating, we are also getting nitrogen in the form of proteins. Protein किस लिए ज़रूरी होता है? For our body growth. It is very very important. Next, now sewage disposal. There are many bacteria which are decomposing. Just now we have seen in the biogas only, bacteria decompose the waste. So same point only that is repeated. So sewage disposal plant, whatever garbage is thrown outside in the cities, it is collected and it is kept where? It is kept in the sewage disposal plants. वहाँ पे जितना भी waste matter होता है, that is converted into simple products. Generally manure is made. So that is all. Sewage disposal is done with the help of bacteria. So they are very very helpful in converting the waste into useful products. Next, cellulose digestion. Bacteria are helpful in digesting cellulose. जो herbivorous animals होते हैं, they are eating grass for example, they are eating leaves. So why we are not eating? We cannot eat grass. Why is it so? Because जो herbivorous animals होते हैं, in their bodies special bacteria are there. Special type of bacteria are present in their bodies, in their digestive system, which can convert the cellulose into simple sugars. Yes, where the cellulose now? Cellulose is present in the leaves of the plant. Cellulose is present wherever, almost everywhere in the green leaves of the plant. तो अगर हम leaves को खाएंगे, then we will not be able to digest, because our body is not having those bacteria which can digest cellulose. But if a cow is eating grass, that cow's body is having bacteria which can digest the cellulose. That is why a cow can eat cellulose. Not only cow, all the herbivorous animals can eat cellulose. Cellulose मतलब leaves only. So all the green things on green leaves can be eaten by the herbivorous animals because they have special bacteria to digest them. Next, now curing of tea and leaves, that is the last thing. Curing of tea क्या होता है? That is a special process by which we can enhance or increase the flavor of the tea and coffee. This process is also done by the help of certain bacteria. Means taste of the coffee will become better, taste of the tea will become better. This is all done by the certain types of bacteria. Last topic now, in the case of the harmful bacteria, there are many more bacteria uses we have seen, but there are many diseases that are caused. Various number of diseases are like tuberculosis, diphtheria, tetanus, cholera, typhoid. All these diseases are also caused by bacteria. So all bacteria are not good. Certain bacteria are useful. There are many more which are harmful for our body. So that is all about the kingdom Monera. We have seen about the good and the bad bacteria we have learned. In the next video, we will continue up to with the kingdom Protista. That is all for today's video. Thank you.